time to meet the legend. He is the 15-time champion of the world. It's Phil, the Power Taylor.
And at the commentary box, someone that knows Phil really well. Paul Nicholson's alongside Mike Lawrence.
Phil Taylor's record in this tournament is phenomenal. He's played 21 games and won 21 games, lifting this trophy every time this tournament has been held since 2008. He admitted he was below par in his first round win over Magnus Carris with a 91 average. His opponent in round two, the young Dutchman Jerry Hendriks, dispatched Mensur Suljovic in round one 6-2 and plays with a set of Phil Taylor design unicorn darts. These two met in Berlin in June, a European Tour event. Taylor was 4-0 up before Hendriks drew level at 4-4. Taylor went on to win 6-4, but that may well ease the nerves a little bit for the 23-year-old in this packed arena in Mulheim, Paul.
Yeah, Phil looks really relaxed. He's been bouncing around since last night. He was kissing Ray on the head, and he just looks he looks in great touch. He did admit that his first round match wasn't his best performance, but that happens sometimes when you're edging your way into a tournament. And he wasn't really punished in his first round match by Magnus when the crunch time came around. But yeah, expect a different Phil tonight, and I think we'll see a Phil win.
And again, Phil, a traditional slow starter on occasions over a short format, so he probably will enjoy the fact that we're now up to the best of 19 legs in round two.
Most definitely. Phil has started slow in the past. I think if Jerry's going to get into this game, the first session is absolutely key. He has not won the ball, so he's got to break Phil. It's as simple as that.
Hendriks did tell us he beat Taylor in an exhibition in the Netherlands earlier this year.
93.
Well, I can guarantee you that Phil won't remember that. Like he said in his interview with Rob McCaffrey earlier, he can't even remember games that happened yesterday, never mind games that happened months and months ago. It's a great start from Jerry, though.
You can hear the support that Taylor has, and I was down at the hotel earlier on this morning, and Phil just popped out the front door and was immediately mobbed and spent about 15 minutes signing autographs and posing for photos. A big following here in Germany.
Oh, massively. Darts in general in Germany has exploded over the last few years, and we have to thank the likes of Sebastian Meyer, Torsten Brock, everybody from PDC Europe for making this happen, as well as everybody at the PDC, because Germany has become the second home of darts behind the United Kingdom, that's for sure. But Phil does get mobbed wherever he goes. He was recently in Australia doing a visit there for the Australian Open for Dart Players Australia. Everything went phenomenally well and Phil enjoyed himself. He got the opportunity to visit places like Melbourne and Adelaide. But look at Jerry here. Oh, he's had a great start to this leg. Let's put Phil under a tiny bit of pressure. But a great switch, that 19 shot.
Certainly no sign of nerves from the 23-year-old from Venlo in the Netherlands, and certainly was bouncing as he did his walk onto the stage, did Hendriks.
It was a great tune, I must admit. But you've got to face it, the Dutch guys love a bit of techno.
78, Phil require 80.
Phil's got 80. He's not going to go tops. He went for 60 with double 10. Big 20 now. Same adjustment to tops. And there it is. Great start from the power.
Second leg is changing for the first. Game on.
First blood then to Phil the Power Taylor. And it would be something of an absolutely massive upset if Hendriks was to cause a power cut here in Mulheim this afternoon. Not too far from the Dutch border, so I'd imagine there is some support for Hendriks, as well as those who like to back the underdog.
Some people love the underdog, but on this occasion, more people love the power.
And you've enjoyed televised victories over the power yourself, which there are plenty of players in the top of the order who can't say the same thing.
Yeah, at one stage I was 2-0 up on Phil in the games that we'd played. It's somewhat a little bit different now, because I think I may have upset him at some point last year.
58.
But every game that we've played I've thoroughly enjoyed. But the tournament that we played last year in Dusseldorf, that was a terrific game, and he took out a wonderful 129 finish to give himself the upper hand there, because if he hadn't hit that, I think I would have won that match. Look where Jerry Hendriks is sitting now, but Phil has hit a 139 to leave 164. Now, the situation for Jerry here is there's absolutely no pressure on him whatsoever. If he is beaten 10-0, then people are probably going to expect that. So he's going to go up there, play his game, and he's going to play with a smile. He looks relaxed to me. And why wouldn't he have fun in front of 2,500 Germans?
They want another treble 19.
96.
So Hendriks does have a chance to pick off 80 to draw level early on.
Well, Phil had the shot in the last leg. Unfortunately, Jerry's got to go at 25. There's a good lie for the bullseye to draw level. And he's got it! No emotion from Jerry Hendriks. And a little wink to the crowd. And maybe a little wink to Phil there, saying, I'm not going anywhere, sonny.
Well, that will certainly relax any nerves which there were, but there didn't look to be any, as I say, when he walked on stage, Jerry Hendriks. But to get a point on the board,
96.
A leg on the board so early on, that really will relax his nerves.
Yeah, it really does pay to have the mentality that there is absolutely no pressure on yourself. Remember the first time I ever played Phil Taylor in a televised game?
85.
It was the semi-final of a major tournament, and people didn't expect me to get that far, so I was running on Free Street. So Jerry looks relaxed, he looks like he's having fun. Not your typical
58.
Saturday, you know, playing in front of all these people with Phil Taylor, but you've got to thrive on these opportunities. They don't come around often.
Even though he's only 23, he was a Youth Cup winner back in 2003. At the age of 14 was Hendriks, so he's been playing his darts for some time. And he did play in the 2012 PDC qualifying school earlier on this year, and
98.
qualified for the UK Open. And along with the likes of Gino Voss, he's one of those Dutchmen hoping to be on the next batch
85.
of Dutch players to emulate the likes of Ray van Barneveld and Michael van Gerwen and Vincent van der Voort. The real production line that Holland has produced in the last few years has been incredible, hasn't it?
Yeah, the production line of Dutch dart players is incredible. There are
65.
so many dart players in Holland. I was fortunate enough to actually visit Holland a few years ago and see some of their local darts, and it is no surprise to me that you've got players like Jerry Hendriks and Gino Voss coming through because of the way that these guys play darts. It's always competitive, they're always playing for something, and they're great in pressure situations.
And there's an all-Dutch clash this evening as round 2 continues. Ray van Barneveld against Michael van Gerwen. That should be a blink and you'll miss it affair with those two going up against each other this evening.
102.
I may be a dart player, but I'm a darts fan too, and I'm really looking forward to that game. But Jerry Hendriks here has 102 to break the power.
He's got
What's he gonna
options
do?
here as to which way he can go. Just having a think. Went for the treble 14.
70. Phil, you require 84.
There's a bit of pressure on this for Phil. He may have to hit this. He's got that valuable treble 20 for double 12.
In shoulder flag.
Well, you hate to say it, But that is typical Phil Taylor. He loves double 12.
No messing that time.
How many times has he hit that double for a 9-dot finish?
121.
All the time Hendriks can just keep the throw and not lose a leg against the darts. It will give him hope to keep in touch with the power.
140.
Get the feeling Phil's teasing them with those 180s. They'll come. Big smile on his face there. But Jerry visibly looks good, and he's definitely playing better than his previous game. He looks a lot sharper. You tend to find when you are the underdog, you do relax a little bit. In his first game against Menzo Suljevic, he looked a bit uptight. You know, maybe there was a bit of pressure on him to actually succeed in that game, because he has been playing quite well on the European Tour this year, Jerry. He's had a few breakout wins.
And early on, both players in 3 figures in terms of the average. Hendriks just ahead of the power, around about 100 early on. So a good standard early on in this game.
I've got to feel if Jerry can live with this 100 average standard of Phil, he's going to find himself getting chances.
Taylor's incredible record in this tournament, unbeaten since it started in 2008. Only 2 of his averages in it have been below 102. 13 of them have been over 105. So the man who has rewritten the history books time and time again has certainly stamped his mark on this European Championship.
60.
Jerry's done the right thing here. He's given himself a chance to hold again. Let's go for single 20. We have to shift a little. That's a tiny bit awkward. Easy.
Just took his time.
Very composed.
But no problem for Hendriks.
There's a bounce in the step of Jerry Hendriks when he wins a leg, and why not? But this, he's looking for the 177.
139.
The German fans are singing "There's only one Phil Taylor." If we had a penny for the amount of times that we've heard that in the past.
136.
Well, I know there's a lot of dart players in the back that when they're singing "There's only one Phil Taylor," we're saying, thank God there's only one Phil Taylor.
85.
15 times champion of the world, current world match play champion, current world Grand Prix champion, current Premier League darts champion. The list goes on and on.
I think updating Phil's Wikipedia page is a full-time job for somebody.
And just the consistency he's enjoyed over the years. Every time he's had a little blip, there have been pretenders to his crown come along. He's bounced right back, done even better, achieved even higher averages, won even more tournaments. That's right.
Wayne Jones had a word with me last year saying, stop upsetting Phil, because this is what happens when you do. He's got double 12 to go into the break, 3-2 up.
77.
And a big outshot for Hendriks to take first blood at the break.
What would this do for his confidence?
Again, just taking time to compose himself.
He's got a crack at it. Is he going to stay there? He's not. He's going for tops to shake the power. Going into break 1. Tops. He's got it!